You think about the most complete basketball player, Michael Jordan was it. That year we won 56, 57, 58 games, something like that. We were really good. If you were going to beat us, you had to do something special. And I knew what we were up against in him. You knew it was going to be a daunting task. You're going to play your best basketball, and he's just not going to have an off game. And you're trying to make sure you manage everyone else, and hopefully he has a few misses here or there. They were struggling, and so Michael.
Welcome, everyone, to Richfield, Ohio. It's the home of the Cavaliers. With Coach Mike Fratello and Clark Kellogg and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Cleveland hosting Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. It's a key game in the Eastern Conference playoff race. And Mike, this Cavs-Bulls matchup, it's turned into quite a rivalry.
There are many people looking forward to this matchup. Chicago has eliminated Cleveland in each of the last 2 years, both times in a deciding Game 5 of the first round. They know each other so well. No love lost between them.
None at all. And in terms of familiarity, this is the 26th matchup, Clark, between these teams over the last 3 years. That's a lot of battles. And there are no secrets, are there?
None at all, partner. You think the Bulls and Cavs could call each other's plays out. That's how well they know each other. Tonight, I think it comes down to the execution at both ends. Of course, Chicago has an X factor and a significant edge when it comes to Michael Jordan.
Now, let's give you the starting fives. For Chicago in the backcourt, John Paxson running the point. And at the 2, it's the former MVP, Michael Jordan. A defensive stopper. Scottie Pippen is the small forward. Horace Grant at the power forward spot. And at center, the big man, 7'1", Bill Cartwright. And introducing the Cleveland starters. Sharp-shooting Mark Price is at the 1. And the defensive specialist, Craig Ehlo, joins him in the backcourt. The forwards, rookie third-round pick Winston Bennett at 3. With the experienced Larry Nance playing power forward. And finally, the two-time All-Star, Brad Daugherty, is the center.
So far this year, in the first 3 meetings between Chicago and Cleveland, all Bulls wins, Michael Jordan is averaging 44 points per game against the Cavs, shooting 55%. MJ is the last guy Cleveland wants to see. Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Chicago with the ball. Well, Michael Jordan on a historic pace. And for more, here's David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Michael Jordan is well on his way to a 4th straight scoring title. With 14 games left including tonight, Jordan's averaging more than 33 points per game, giving him a more than 2-point lead over Utah's Karl Malone. The only other player to lead the league 4 straight seasons, the great Wilt Chamberlain. Back to you, Kevin.
That's some good history right there, David. Thank you. MJ is a special player. He's a great scorer. Mike, look at his game. Tell me why.
This might not be the first thing you think of, but his conditioning has a lot to do with it. MJ just never gets tired. He can carry a team.
I've never seen anything like it. And Clark, to be fair, Michael Jordan might be the last guy any team in this NBA wants to face.
Well, you won't get any disagreement from me, Kevin. I mean, he's on his way to his 4th straight scoring title, and Jordan is, in fact, the show in the NBA right now, guys.
He is indeed. 4 on the clock. From 13. No good off the back of the rim. And so Grant will bring it up for the Bulls. It's a 3-point game. Well, Mike, at breakfast, we were opening up the papers here in Cleveland, the front page of the sports section. An article about the Cavs' Craig Ehlo trying to guard Michael Jordan.
You just know Michael read that article like we did.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
Looks like to me the coach wants to talk things over and make some changes. Got to stay flexible with your lineups.
And his guys know that. It's all about setting the team up for success out there.
Nance against Grant. Here's Bennett, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
The ball sailing out of bounds. Not the offensive possession they were hoping for.
Williams, he's checked in for Bennett. And a change for the Bulls. Armstrong's checked in. The best three-point shooting team in the NBA, Clark, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Leading the league at 41%. They also are number 1 in attempts and in three-point shots made.
And you know, Kevin, the injury to Brad Daugherty, I think, forced Cleveland into becoming a more focused team from the three-point line. Guys like Price and Craig Elo, Steve Kerr, all shooting it well. That's Mark Price, for those wondering.
That's right. Jordan with the steal. In transition, here come the Bulls. And counting, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
A good example of Armstrong's determination there. Gets the bucket and a chance for one more.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Brown's checked in. Purdue, he's checked in for the Bulls. King comes in for Horace Grant. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And that one falls for Armstrong.
You have to respect B.J. Armstrong's relentless energy. Even against bigger opponents, he never backs down and always makes an effort.
Now, here's Brown. Daugherty the pass to Brown.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Daugherty against Purdue. Out to Price. 4 on the shot clock. That's good, and it's Daugherty with the assist. Price has got 7 points in the game.
In terms of keys for tonight's game, first for Chicago and Coach Phil Jackson, they need to push the tempo, run whenever they can. On the other end, defend that three-point line.
And I'll take it to the other side, Mike. For Cleveland, they've got to limit those transition scoring opportunities for Chicago. Make them play a half-court game. And then also attack the inside on offense. Don't just settle for the three-point shot. Get yourself to the foul line and have a balanced attack.
Elo outside. Price outside. Pass to Williams. Deep. And they'll turn it over. Should not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Bulls ball.
Rollins checked in for Cleveland. Kerr comes in for Mark Price.
Rollins. Steve Kerr.
.104 left in the first quarter. And here's Jordan outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
For the Bulls tonight, it's slim pickings at the guard position. Craig Hodges, Michael Jordan's backup, is out tonight.
So that leaves Michael Jordan, John Paxson, B.J. Armstrong in the backcourt for the Bulls. That's it. Putting even more pressure on Jordan. And my guess is he's going to rise to the challenge like he does most of the time.
Cleveland fans looking nervous as Jordan is finding his groove early on.
The Cavaliers trail by 12. Coach, they're ice cold on the offensive end.
Well, something has to change.
And that one's good. Elo.
That's a heads-up play by Kerr, finding the open man and getting him the ball on time and on target. Well done.
Here's Jordan. After the made shot from Craig Elo. Jordan the pass to King. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he comes up with the deuce. 14 points for Jordan.
Early on, they built this lead on the power of paint points.
Being aggressive in the paint can take a team out of a game early.
Here's Kerr. The kick out to Brown. Williams passes to Elo. Three-pointer. No good on the last second attempt there. Michael Jordan getting it done for the Chicago Bulls. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Welcome back, everyone, to Richfield, Ohio, just a bit south of Cleveland, home of the Cavs. Kevin Harlan, Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge here. We're set for the start of the second quarter between the Cavs and Bulls. It's a big matchup in the Central Division.
Opening night for both of these teams in Chicago, Michael Jordan went off for 54 points. An overtime win for the Bulls.
The headline of the Cleveland Sports page, Mission Impossible. Elo to try to ground Air Jordan. For more, let's go to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, you can bet that Michael Jordan read that as well. He's quoted in the article as saying, Craig Ehlo is a very good defender, and I accept him as a challenge. Now, the backstory, of course, is that Ehlo was a minor league player just 3 years ago. He signed a new contract here in Cleveland, and his defense was a big reason why. But, you know, Jordan's going to bring something extra tonight. Kevin?
He always does. David, thank you for that. Mike, the Cavs coaches probably wish they ran that story on another day.
I mean, did they have to run that article today? Let's be clear. As good as Ehlo is, no one is stopping Michael Jordan when he's on. Sorry, Craig.
So for Chicago right now, they've got Grant. Jordan is out there with Armstrong. Then it's Pippen, and it's Cartwright in at the 5.
Hit. Shooting one.
And Clark Pitt, 54-point outburst for Michael. A season high for the all-world guard.
Kevin seems like he just has the Cavs number. I mean, he also had those 41 points 5 days ago against Cleveland. MJ slept real well last night in anticipation of this.
He must have. Boy, he gets ready to play him, doesn't he?
Yep.
Here's Kerr for 3. That's good, and it's Price with the assist. Kerr's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, Kerr is obviously an Allen wrench in this department. He's a specialist, a talented long-range shooter.
Cavaliers leading the league in all three-point categories. Mike, a great start from deep for Cleveland.
Threes are a key stat for the Cavs. They have to perform well from there to have a chance against Chicago. We'll continue to track it throughout the night.
That'll be interesting. Now, here's Jordan. Larry Nance unable to get his shot to go. And the shot goes in.
Coach Wilkins scratching his head looking at his players. You'd think at this point he'd want to send double teams at Jordan when he catches the ball.
Down low, Williams. And the slam by Williams.
Yeah, Mark Price, a superb passer. Excellent at finding teammates when they're wide open.
And then slammed in by Jordan.
My goodness, taking the chance to add a little extra spice with that throwdown.
Yeah, just another message to the defense that they are in control of this one.
I think the message is received. The defense knows these guys are making them look powerless.
And the Cavaliers call time here. So we'll take some time out from the game here, and these players have a moment to get a much-needed energy boost by refueling with Gatorade.
Yeah, you've got to keep yourself hydrated all game long. It's the only way your body can replenish your energy reserves and keep you running at full speed out there.
The first-year head coach of the Bulls, 44-year-old Phil Jackson, the last 2 seasons, Jackson was an assistant under former Bulls coach Doug Collins. And while Jackson was a head coach in Puerto Rico, this is Phil's first NBA head coaching job.
So far in this one, Coach Michael Jordan dominating the backcourt battle with Mark Price.
No real surprise here. MJ leading the league in scoring. It's another big night at the office for Jordan.
And that one's good. Price. And Bulls coach Phil Jackson, a great player back in the day, you may recall, Clark, with the New York Knicks.
Yeah, he was on championship teams in 1970 and 73 with the Knicks. And he's a player's coach. He's known to be laid back, but it'll be interesting to see if he can take this Bulls team to the next level.
My guess is he can. What do you think?
I would agree.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. Kerr kicks to Doherty. Back to Kerr. And he makes that one. Kerr's got 8.
Nice job finishing inside. Kerr proving he's more than just a jump shooter.
Michael Jordan has had such great success, Mike, against this Cleveland franchise, hasn't he?
The shot last year on this floor, 54 points opening night in Chicago. MJ loves playing the Cavs.
He does indeed. Here's Price following the basket by Michael Jordan. Knocked away. Stolen by Pippen. And here we go. Here's Jordan. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Scottie Pippen.
And it's an 11-point Bulls lead. Price looking it over. Here's Williams. That shot off. Some solid defense from Grant. Here's Jordan. Lays it up off the glass. Jordan's got the lead up to 13 now for the Bulls.
Nicely done by Armstrong there. Recognized the overcommitment from the defense. Got his teammate a nice opportunity.
Price finds Nance. Now here's Kerr.
Bulls foul. Horace Grant.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. And it's checked in for Williams. And Elo subbed in for Steve Kerr. Then for the Bulls, Purdue is checked in for Cartwright. And King subbed in for Horace Grant. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first half. Shoots from the elbow. Offensive rebound. Elo can't hit. Chicago leading by 13.
The Cavs shocking the NBA with a huge trade back in November. Trading their leading scorer, one of the best two guards in the league, Ron Harper, and a first-round pick to the Clippers, and got two young players back.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Mike, for the Cavs, the trade has been a catastrophe so far.
You lose Harper, who is averaging 22 a game. The two players you get back, one has already been cut. The other, playing Pro Bowl in Italy. So you don't replace Harper's production at all.
Not at all.
Make some noise for your Cleveland Dancers.
.121 left to play here in the second quarter. Elo the pass to Price. And now the Bulls on the break. Jordan's running. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Pippen's got his third assist on the night.
Playing well on both ends of the floor, stifling defense and dangerous O. That's a heck of a combo.
That's what has built this lead.
Now here's Elo. Inside, intercepted. And here we go. The Bulls running again. And it's Pippen slamming it down.
Boy, I like to see Pippen being this assertive at the rim. He puts that impressive athleticism to good use there.
There's 48 seconds left here in the second. Elo outside. Pass to Bennett. It's Price on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Elo.
With good size for a 2, 6'6". Elo can bully some defenders.
The Cavaliers shooting their second and third free throws tonight. The free throw drops for Elo. Brown is checked in for Cleveland. He hits both from the stripe. Here's Armstrong. There's 25 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Jordan. Rebounded by Elo. The Cavaliers trail by 17. Here's Price. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Got some space in the mid-range, but wasn't able to convert. Still, not a bad chance for him.
And 3 from Jordan. And no good on the last second. It's at this time. And so it's Chicago. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And don't go away. We'll be right back. All right, here we go. The second half start from Northeast Ohio with Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and DA. This is Kevin Harlan. It's the Cavs and Bulls, a huge game in the Eastern Conference playoff picture. And so Price will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Trailing by 17. Thus far, another monster game for Michael Jordan against Cleveland. You know, Mike, he just owns the Cavaliers, doesn't he?
Well, the newspaper editor didn't do Cleveland any favors by running that article. Jordan making a point tonight, no one can guard me.
Very clear. Bennett is out there with Nance. Then there's Elo. Then there's Doherty. And it's Price in at the point. They're the group for Lenny Wilkens starting the second half. Passes it to Bennett. And the call will be against Scottie Pippen. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. 17-point game. Armstrong against Price. To the middle. Here's Bennett. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up. And looking at Cleveland's three-point numbers, Clark, they're down compared to what they normally do.
Well, you know, it was a point of emphasis and focus for Phil Jackson and his staff. I mean, the Cavs' offense is centered around, predicated on knocking down threes. So Chicago clearly looking to disrupt that.
Paxson, he's checked in for the Bulls.
Guys like Winston Bennett are a real value to their team. He's a hard worker who just wants to see his squad succeed. And he'll put in the sweat to make it happen.
A nice shot by Jordan.
Working his way inside for a high percentage look there. Nicely done.
A bumpy start to a new half for this D, though. They kind of gave that up.
Now, here's Bennett. Back to Price. Nifty move. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
The 6-foot Price going inside and getting it done. Loving it.
Jordan with it. He's covered by Bennett. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Terrific focus to get to the basket there.
Surprised they left him that much of a lane to work with.
Bulls shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
It is great to see Brad Daugherty out there. Earlier in the season, Brad had ankle surgery, and he still isn't up to 100%. If Cleveland wants to make the playoffs, they need Daugherty healthy.
Now, here's Bennett. Tipped away. Pippen with the steal. And Pippen slams it in.
You know, Pippen doing a nice job recognizing where the lane was on that fast break.
And the great Brad Daugherty, an all-star the previous 2 seasons for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, he's the #1 overall pick back in 1986, and he certainly has lived up to the billing of being a franchise center. He's a double-double machine, highly efficient, very skilled, and still working his way back to that all-star level.
Clark, you were a double-double machine, about 19 points a game, and just a hair under 10 rebounds a game.
Yeah, I found my way into that category the short time that I played, Kevin.
Here's Jordan. The rebound by Bennett.
You expect to get 2 points there. A little unlucky for them.
The alley-oop layup, very well done.
Well, they had the opportunity to break, and man, did they ever. They took full advantage of it.
I don't know how you feel about it, but in the NBA, fast break points decide games.
So Mike Fratello, this Cavs-Bulls matchup, it has really turned into a terrific rivalry.
Well, the Bulls keep knocking the Cavs out in the playoffs. Division rivals play each other 6 times during the regular season, so they see each other a ton.
Very good point. Price kicks to Bennett. Back to Price. And there's the pass to Bennett. 6 to shoot. The rebound by Grant.
Always rough to miss a layup like that. The defense bothered him for sure.
Jordan. How about that slam?
Throw it down.
My good.
And the team-first attitude of Cartwright, wanting to get it to his open guys.
The Cavaliers trail by 19. Elo outside. Pass to Nance. Shoots over Grant. Nance, no good. So it's Chicago now. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. And Jordan throws it down.
and he continues to put in work in the paint.
Elo outside. Knocked loose. Pass to Bennett. Jordan against Elo.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Dishes it to Doherty. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
Look, Cavs have been a bit disappointing this season, sitting at 32 and 36 right now. Remember last year, they won 57 games, the second most in the NBA, won an incredible 37-4 in this building. A few things have been a little off this year, to say the least.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Williams, he's checked in for Nance. And it's Brown in for Bennett. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Will Purdue's checked in for Cartwright. King comes in for Horace Grant. Davis is checked in for Scottie Pippen. Armstrong subbed in for Paxson.
2 shots.
And Cleveland just a few levels below last year. Coach, why is that?
The Ron Harper trade has been a disaster. That's 18-5-5 you lose from Harper. Brad Daugherty's ankle injury has really hurt this team. They need to come together quick to make the playoffs.
Real quick. Rollins checked in for Daugherty. The Cavaliers trail by 20. Price outside. Here's the teardrop. It's deflected.
Imposing his will on defense. Purdue's teammates love when he makes hustle plays like that.
Here's Elo. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Bulls leading by 20.
Michael Jordan won the MVP in 1988. Finished second in voting last year to Magic Johnson. I think he's in the conversation again. MJ leads the league in scoring. The Bulls with the second best record in the East.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Hey, Clark, in the MVP race, it feels like it's Magic Johnson against Michael Jordan. What do you think?
I agree, and you take a look at Magic. He's your pick if passing is what you favor. Over 11 assists per game. Johnson's Lakers have the NBA's best record as well, 51-17. MJ clearly has the scoring edge, 33 points a game. Plus, he's a first-team all-defense guy. I think it's another hard choice for the voters.
Well, you and I vote it is going to be difficult.
Hard, no question.
So it's the Cavaliers now, after the Bulls pick up 2. Williams kicks to Brown. From the stripe. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Good awareness that time to put the shot right back up before the defense could react.
Jordan inside. Elo covering. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got 48.
Looking to stretch this lead out even further, going right after his shot.
And the defense continues to not be up to the challenge.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Well, there's a reason it was way off. He got fouled.
Yeah, easy whistle.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And Cleveland making a change here. Doherty's checked in.
Chucky Brown.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
You know, that's about as good a defensive play as you're going to see. Instant reaction to get a hand on the shot. Beautifully done.
For Chicago, they have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts. And that one misses.
The 6th overall pick in the 1989 draft. Stacey King is a very talented big man.
He's off on the second. And here's Price. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
Oh, man, check out the handle. I didn't know he had that in his game.
Outside Jordan. So Jordan now approaching the 54-point mark he posted against the Cavs earlier this season.
Yep, he's their leading scorer in this game. This has been the dominant figure today, no doubt about it.
And so it's Chicago, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Right back after this break. All right, we've made it to the 4th quarter. Kevin, Mike, Clark, and D.A. with you. Yet another matchup between the Cavs and the Bulls. These two know each other so well.
Well, when you talk about Craig Ehlo, what a story this guy is. Was cut from the NBA, playing in a minor professional league, got a 10-day contract with Cleveland 3 years ago to replace Mark Price, who had appendicitis. Ehlo has stuck since then in the league.
For the Cavaliers, Bennett's checked in for Williams. Kerr comes in for Ehlo, and it's Hardy in for Mark Price. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. They've got Michael Jordan. Cartwright is out there. It's Grant. That's John Paxson. And it's Pippen in at the 3 spot. And for Ehlo, making it in the NBA, Clark, he just got rewarded.
And really cool to see. I mean, recently signing a new big contract. He's a fantastic three-point shooter, and he's one of the better defenders at the two-guard spot in the league. And he's got a really good work ethic and sets a great example for his teammates.
Well said. Here's Doherty. Man's trying to break loose. Well, we've been tracking the scoring of Michael Jordan. And, Coach, no surprise. He has been dynamite.
Did they have to run that story today about Ehlo guarding Jordan? I think the article poked the bear, as if Jordan needed anything else to motivate him.
Isn't that the truth? My goodness. Man's no good.
Well, it's not easy to time an alley-oop. Just ask that pair.
It's much harder than it looks. It takes two guys to sink.
Gave that slam a little extra.
Yep, he dropped every jaw with that finish.
That might be the best dunk from him I've ever seen. Simply amazing.
Back to Kerr. And easy 2 points on the layup.
Keeping an eye on what's going on. That's how Bennett finds a teammate with a better shot.
Jordan outside. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Doherty. Clark, the Bulls have done a great job against the Cavs' three-point shooting game. Nice D from Chicago.
Well, I think it starts with Michael Jordan. I mean, he's a former Defensive Player of the Year. Plus, you add Scottie Pippen, excellent defensively in his own right. And that duo can turn your water off with their perimeter defense.
Yes, they can. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. And then slammed in by Jordan.
An effective point. Paxson moving the ball with conviction.
Now here's Kerr. Hardy passes to Bennett. Pass to Hardy. 6 on the shot clock. They double him with Jordan. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Launches it. Shot by Bennett, no good. Bennett's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Jordan. Nance with some nice D.
Hey, we talked an awful lot about the scoring of Michael Jordan, and for good reason. But in these fourth quarters, the defense of MJ is significant as well. The Defensive Player of the Year in 1988. Jordan is a bad man on that end, too.
Left side, Grant. Some nice ball movement here by the Bulls. What a show by Jordan. 60 points. Approaching a season high 61 and 3 away from his career high. And here are the Cavaliers. The pass to Kerr. And here's Hardy. Here's Nance. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Grant's got his 4th rebound in this one. You know, Mike, a regular season record. Michael Jordan has 62. Now just 1 away from his career high. Hardy passes to Kerr. Here's Hardy. To the inside. Here's Bennett. And Pippen pulls it down. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Jordan.
2 minutes.
Jordy grabs the board. Doherty's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Bennett. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got rebound number 5 here tonight. A new career high for Michael Jordan. 64 points.
Down the stretch, when you need buckets, go to the guy who's gotten you this far.
Yeah, he's been relentless.
Hardy passes to Kerr. And here's Bennett. 1:32 left to play here in the fourth. Back to Kerr. 5 to shoot. This one for 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Grant's got his 6th rebound on the night. Jordan drives in. Jordan continues to elevate his personal best. Now 66 points in the game. Hardy passes to Kerr. Bennett with it. Over to the wing. Kerr against Jordan. Ball's knocked loose. Jordan with the steal. Michael Jordan has stacked up 68 points.
They have shown up at just the right time, putting the finishing touches on this game.
This run absolutely closes the door on any chance of a surprise ending. That'll do it.
Bennett the pass to Hardy. Bennett with it. Dipping on him. Bennett kicks to Kerr. Nance outside.
Chicago foul. Horace Grant.
A different look now for Cleveland. Rollins comes in for Doherty. And it's Brown in for Larry Nance. And then for Chicago. Purdue is checked in for Cartwright. King comes in for Horace Grant. Davis is subbed in for Pippen.
Bulls foul. Charles Davis. First personal foul. 3rd team foul. At the line for your Cavaliers.
That one is off. So for the Bulls.
Taking 2
Neal
shots.
is checked in for Purdue. And Hodges subbed in for John Paxson. So he can't get either to fall. The drive by Jordan. And Jordan throws it down.
Craig Hodges is more than just a shooter, folks. He knows how to get the ball to his open teammates.
Haven't been able to stop this one so far.
The opposition continuing to be absolutely relentless.
Bulls foul.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis.
2nd personal foul.
So that will be his
4th
2nd
team
foul of the
foul.
game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Winston Bennett. At the line for 2.
The first free throw is good. And Bennett drops them both. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Jordan outside. Connects from three-point range.
They're starting to idle down and settle in. Much better shot selection this half.
Yeah, they're showing great patience at the offensive end.
And the Bulls with another win over Cleveland.
That's the end
Coach
of the
Chicago
game.
is 4-0 against the Cavs this
Thank you
season.
for coming out and
They've got
supporting
one
your
more
team.
meeting in
Please
2
take
weeks
care
to
get home
finish
safely,
the
and
season
we'll see you
series.
at the
But
next
guys,
event.
this is total domination by Chicago.
And Clark, tonight, a Bulls win and a brutal loss for the Cavs in this playoff race.
Definitely, Kevin. I mean, they're a full game out now. Still, Cleveland does have 13 games left, and the Bulls, they solidify their spot as the 2 seed.
It appears they have.
Michael Jordan's flair, charisma, control, understanding the game. Nobody can do that. He was so graceful with the basketball, and he would change gears on you and change direction really, really quick. It's just amazing, man. If you see it, in person, it's like, we're like, oh. We start a fast break, somebody's gonna get dunked on, and it's gonna be Michael dunking on somebody. In the 1990 Eastern Conference Finals, I think the Bulls was really getting to figure us out. Joe Dumars used to guard him first because that's the beginning of the game. Then once he...
The L traversing away from the iconic Chicago skyline in the Sears Tower. It's our backdrop for postseason basketball. Welcome, everyone, to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm Kevin Harlan with Coach Mike Fratello and Clark Kellogg. We have Game 3 between the Pistons and the Bulls. Mike, I hope you can hear me. This Chicago arena is rocking right now.
Well, this city knows how pivotal this game is for the Bulls. It's a must-win situation for Chicago, and they'll need to be at their best to stand a chance.
Oh, and that won't be easy. Michael Jordan and the Bulls, Clark, have so far been stifled by this great Piston D.
Well, the Pistons are known as the bad boys, and for good reason. The defense is suffocating, it's physical, it's disruptive, and it's unrelenting. Chicago has to find some way to get their offense going in this series.
As you always say, they hang their hats on their defensive play.
That's right.
Here now, a look at the starting five for the Pistons. It's Thomas and Dumars in the backcourt. Rodman and Lambeer, the fearsome frontcourt pair. And in the middle, James Edwards. Looking at the starting five for the Bulls. Paxson runs the point. Grant and Cartwright play in the post at the 4 and 5. And on the wings, it's the dynamic duo of Jordan and Pippen.
And the Pistons' defense, so physical. You know you'll get bumped and banged up against them. They are both intimidating and effective.
It's Rodman with the ball for Detroit. 4-point game. Here's Dumars. The Bulls found success with pressure on defense. And here we go again. Here's Jordan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Joe Dumars.
It's going to be on Joe Dumars.
Personal foul.
Michael Jordan using that strength of his to get into the defense to draw the foul on the way up.
And Clark, with the Pistons and their defense, they've also imposed what they call the Jordan rules. What is that?
Well, I tell you, it's 10 eyes on Jordan at all times, sending doubles, triples, and traps at Jordan whenever he has the ball, Kevin. And they know he's the key to the Bulls' offense, so they're really trying to cut him down with a lot of bodies and a lot of physicality. And so far, through the first 2 games, it's worked.
That's a good explanation. Outside Dumars. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 14 feet away.
You know, this Pistons team is so strong and focused on the road. I don't think the crowd in Chicago is going to be any problem at all for them.
And the Pistons with the second-best road record in the league. A team full of veterans, they have plenty of composure to spare in this series. He is money from there. Jordan is so comfortable operating from mid-range.
That's tipped. In transition, here come the Bulls. And there's a steely determination about this Chicago Bulls team. And with more on that, let's go across the way to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Michael Jordan has been silent with the media this week, but not with his teammates. Craig Hodges says that Michael talked to them. Nothing motivational, just normal. But the Bulls coaches had a different demeanor. They want to stop the early Detroit runouts, stop them early in transition, and they want more offensive rebounding. Guys?
Thank you, David. More than 19,000 fans in this arena await the fate, Mike, of Chicago.
Detroit has come into this building and won 9 of the last 11. That's making making a pretty good statement, especially in a place like Chicago where it's tough to win.
Big statement, you're right. And Clark, Isaiah Thomas, just 8 points in game 1, and then he had 10 points in... Oh, man!
And what a finisher Jordan is on these slams, putting on a show for the fans.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
Hopefully, Coach has some ideas on how to get this offense on track.
I'm sure he's got something to draw up for them, probably focusing on getting them easy shots.
So for the Bulls, Neely comes in for Grant, and B.J. Armstrong has subbed in for John Paxson. Then for the Pistons, Sally, he's checked in for Edwards. Aguirre comes in for Rodman, and it's Johnson in for Dumars. Johnson against Jordan. Just 5 to shoot. Lambier kicks to Johnson. That shot is off, so the Bulls will take it the other way. Mike, the Bulls have had some turnover problems in this series, and that is something they're going to have to avoid here.
Without question, 19 turnovers for them last game. You know the Pistons bring the pressure. Bulls have to minimize unforced errors.
Especially at this stage of the season in big games like this.
In the first 2 minutes.
Bounce pass, Thomas. Pass to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And it's Cartwright with the rebound. Cartwright's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the dunk by Jordan.
Boy, they didn't waste any time, did they? They got going right away.
They obviously had a plan coming in, and they've put it to good use.
Outside, Aguirre. 1:25 left to play in the first. It's Thomas on the wing. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Thomas got 5. Mike Fratello, Michael Jordan, through the first 2 games has been solid. But we know he is capable of more.
Just 20 points for him last game. I would imagine he does everything in his power to put up bigger numbers than that tonight.
This could be an all-timer. Pass to Aguirre. Johnson surveying the floor. Rebound by the Bulls.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Passes to Cartwright. Pippen against Thomas. And it's Pippen missing. Pistons trail by 11. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. That one goes in.
Nice vision by Aguirre, creating an easy scoring opportunity by finding the open man.
Here's Cartwright outside for Pippen. Jordan outside. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
Now into the lineup for your Bulls, Stacey King.
Here's Thomas. He's got 5. 4 seconds left. It's good. Thomas got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, Isaiah Thomas, such a creative ball handler. Rush hour handles and a fantastic feel for how to break defenses down.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Welcome back, everyone, to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals here in Chicago. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by 7.
And early in this series, the Pistons have had a big bench advantage. A lot of points chipped in from the second unit. It's a problem for the Bulls.
They've got King. Paxson is out there with Jordan. Then it's Neely, and it's Pippen in at the 3 spot. That's the group for the Chicago Bulls to start the second quarter.
And once Jordan gets rolling, you're done. Because he's relentless in how he continues to attack.
Thomas against Paxson. And that's going to be a treble. Hey, Clark, remember in game one, the Bulls only managed 12 points from their bench.
But they did get it going in game two, Kevin, but so did the Pistons. I think the Pistons have a deeper and more battle-tested bench. Somebody on Chicago's side is going to have to really step up.
Grant, he's checked in for the Bulls. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him. And that sends Michael Jordan to the free throw line. It's going to be on Joe Dumars. Mike Jordan is coming out of the gate hot, as we can see, shaking off that last 20-point performance.
And this was one of the more predictable things to happen. Jordan is just too competitive and driven to not come out strong after last game.
We knew it was going to happen. It's Edwards on the wing. The shot from the low post is good. Edwards got his second bucket tonight. Chicago leading by 10. Grant dishes to Jordan. King right side. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Nice pass from Jordan there, demonstrating that he's more than just a scorer.
Outside, Aguirre. Back to Thomas. Aguirre against Pippen. Here's Edwards. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The 7-footer Edwards is a really good go-to scorer in the low post and has great confidence in his ability to score on anybody.
Cartwright's checked in for Chicago.
Looking at the Pistons, you have to appreciate their approach. They play to their strengths and keep a very level head throughout the game.
A devastating punch. They can't afford to give up a dunk like this when they're trying to come back.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there was a statement behind that dunk, one that says, you aren't going to come back in this one, buddy.
Yeah, that has to shake their confidence in their defense. Tough blow.
To the paint, here's Dumars. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. And with the Pistons' approach, Clark, it's almost methodical how they go about things.
Kevin, it's not only methodical, it is maniacal and physical. And that's what being a champion does to you. This team knows they're great. They feel if they play their game, nobody can beat them physically, but more importantly, emotionally and mentally.
So confident. Here's Sally. Rebound, Grant. Chicago leading by 11. And a look at the two stars of these teams. Michael Jordan, coach, has been magnificent early on.
This is exactly how Jordan and the Bulls wanted to start things off. Jordan is locked in. He looks like he's on his way to another incredible performance.
You take a look at this Pistons offense, and they run an awful lot of pick-and-roll action effectively because they're an excellent passing team, and they work really well together.
And for a word about the Pistons' second unit, we send it to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, typically the Pistons only play 8 guys, but they may go 12 deep now. Scott Hastings has started something called the Bench Bandits in Detroit. They wear rubber bands on their left wrists, and if one of those last 4 guys isn't paying attention, they snap it. A painful way to stay focused. Guys, back to you.
It seems that way. Something's working, though. Mike, in the first 2 games, Pistons bench outscored the Bulls bench by 30 points.
That's a whopping margin. It's been no contest. A major storyline in this series.
Agreed. Hodges checked in for John Paxson. Bill Lambert's checked in for Detroit. Rodman comes in for Aguirre. Pippen can't hit. Mike, look at this Pistons offense. The pick and roll, the screen roll game is very deadly with Isaiah Thomas.
And it opens up everything for them as well. The team plays very unselfishly, always looking for a great shot and rarely settle for bad ones.
They're a very smart team. 9 feet out. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Thomas with a very hot start, Mike Fratello, to start this game.
Well, it looks like his offense is no longer a concern. Great job by him to get involved early on.
He scores the ball so well. Grant requires sticky defense, as you see there.
Bulls shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Johnson, he's checked in for Joe Dumars. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Pistons trail by 14. Baseline try. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
I'm sure he's upset right now. He had a space, had it all lined up, but just couldn't convert on the mid-range jumper.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Boy, they dodged one right there, didn't they?
Yeah, he won't miss a look.
Man!
Oh, my! What a play.
I love the floor awareness from Pippen, understanding when the defense is overcommitted.
Well, the Bulls have done a much better job, Clark, limiting turnovers in this game.
And it seems like they've made a concentrated effort to be more careful, to squeeze that orange a little bit better. You can see the change compared to last game.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Jordan finds Grant. Outside Pippen. To the middle. From 10 feet out. Rebound by the Pistons. And stolen by Jordan. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jordan's got 29 in the game.
Once Jordan gets inside with the Rockets, practically all over. He's that consistent at close range.
40 seconds left to play here in the half. Out to Edwards. Back to Thomas. Just 4 to shoot. And then Thomas with the jam.
How about the dime drop by Edwards, scanning the floor and found a ready shooter? Nicely done.
Here's Jordan. Cartwright. Good. And it's Jordan picking up the assist. And the Bulls lead by 16.
Found the crease, took advantage, and got it in close.
An edge to this lead. They're having their way.
Here's Thomas. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
You think Isaiah Thomas, you think assists, passing, but when Zeke needs to, he can take over a game with his scoring.
He is anchored in and making a living down low tonight.
Outside Thomas. Kicks it to Lambeer. From the wing. Michael Jordan getting it done for the Chicago Bulls. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. Back right after. Welcome, everyone, back to Chicago. It's the Bulls and Pistons in an Eastern Conference Finals showdown. Here's Thomas.
One thing the Bulls need to make sure they do is attack the rim. They settled for way too many outside looks the first few games. You need to test the Pistons inside.
And Detroit looking at who they've got. Rodman is out there with Bill Lambeer. Then there's Thomas. Then there's Dumars. And it's Edwards in at the 5 down low. Offensive rebound. 4 seconds left. Rodman's shot is off. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. It's Jordan with the drive. And the dunk by Jordan.
And, you know, their lead just continues to grow, and it's not just because of their offense. They're getting it done at both ends.
Yeah, their defense has been stellar as well. Great work on both ends.
And stolen by Jordan. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Grant leading the charge. Here's Pippen. And he lays it straight in.
This is how active Pippen is on the glass. Refuses to give up on plays.
Pistons trail by 20. Pippen in particular, Clark, shied away from driving early in this series, it seemed.
Well, Kevin, the Bulls know the Pistons are going to touch them up, be physical with them when they drive the ball. But they need to get over that and go with reckless abandon and strength to the basket. Settling for outside shots is not going to win them this series.
The pass to Rodman. Pistons passing it around. Here's Edwards. Here's Lambeer. And the layup's good off the glass. Lambeer's got his first points of the game.
Can never question how hard Bill Lambeer works. His teammates appreciate how much he gets after it on the glass.
Yep, that one goes in there.
And regardless of how this series goes, what a successful year it's been for Chicago. 55 wins, the second most in franchise history.
The 8-footer, and he can't bank that one in. Chicago leading by 22. Here's Cartwright. That one drops for him.
Got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
And here are the Pistons. Hey, Clark, no matter how this series shakes out, you feel the Bulls are poised for something bigger in the future.
Clearly, Kevin, the foundation is laid. They've got a star and a really good core group. I think it's just a matter of growing this group together, maturing, becoming more confident and physical, and you can see them competing for a title in the very near future.
We've seen this process before. It takes time, sometimes, for teams to get by a tough opponent.
Great point, Kevin, and there's no denying it. You don't see teams become championship teams overnight. There's a seasoning and a journey that's required to become champions.
King left side, outside for Pippen. Here's Jordan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. Pippen's got 3 assists now in this one.
And, you know, these teams met 5 times during the regular season, and the Pistons won 4 of those meetings. That has to be a factor in the back of the minds of the Chicago Bulls.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. If you look back to the prior year, Mike Fratello, the Pistons won all 6 regular season games and the Eastern Conference Finals against the Bulls.
It's a budding rivalry. The Pistons aren't intimidated by Jordan. Feels like these teams have been in each other's way the last few years.
Which makes for a great rivalry. This is his first free throw of the game. No good on that one. Well, Thomas started off hot, but Clark, he's once again having a hard time finishing plays against the Chicago defense.
And, you know, Kevin, it looked as though he had figured things out in that first half, but since then, Zeke has definitely cooled off.
And the Bulls making a change here. Armstrong's checked in.
And you can't allow Michael Jordan to get inside positioning. Once you do, you pretty much have to foul.
Bulls shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And so Jordan nails both of them. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Thomas up top. He's covered by Armstrong. Thomas, that's good.
The quickness of Thomas, it really helps him penetrate.
Here's Chicago. They're on a 14-5 run here. And here's Jordan outside. Drills it from outside. Jordan's got 42 in the game. And Jordan Mike continues to get things to fall. What a show he is putting on tonight.
You can see the fire in Jordan's eyes. He's on a mission to make a statement this game.
Now into the lineup for the
Johnson,
Pistons.
he's checked in for the Pistons.
Vinny Johnson.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
Yeah, if he's not there contesting it, they probably make it. His energy is just outstanding.
Their offense has really stood out. They're piling up the points and torching this defense.
I like how under control they've been on offense, keeping things simple and running their plays well.
Thomas passes to Aguirre. Jordan against Johnson. Here's Lambier. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Lambier's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. And Thomas, Mike, continues to be a big factor on the offensive end for Detroit.
Well, you knew it was coming. Isaiah Thomas is not a 9 points a game player, and he was due for a big one.
Yeah, very due. Aguirre against Pippen. Outside Thomas. He dishes it to Lambier. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2.
King.
Never afraid of getting physical out there. Lambier loves going at the defense and earning the foul.
Chicago making some changes. Phil Purdue's checked in for King, and Hodges subbed in for B.J. Armstrong. 1:06 left to play in the third. In the second half now, and Mike, as we can see, Jordan continues to lead the way.
And you can't help but be impressed by the show Jordan is putting on. There is no way for them to slow down or contain his airness.
He's been wonderful. Johnson down low. He's guarded by Hodges. It's blocked.
Imposing his will on defense. Purdue's teammates love when he makes hustle plays like that.
Here's Jordan. And then Jordan slams it in.
Pretty artful dribbling display by Jordan there, and it completely baffled the defender.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock. Back to Thomas. To the left wing. Sally passes to Johnson. Takes the 13-footer. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
And a bit of a shooting slump here. I mean, he can't seem to get anything going.
As a coach, this is when you want to draw up something that gets him an easy look at the rim, or at least a chance to go to the line.
Jordan looking around. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Bulls out front, just dominating this one. And we're just moments away from the start. Here we go, the 4th quarter on the way in this crucial Game 3 in the Eastern Conference Finals.
And you look at the coaches in this matchup. Obviously, the Pistons have a legend on their bench who has won a title. But the Bulls have shown well under Coach Jackson. This is the creativity he brings to this offense. Fantastic at involving his teammates with his passing.
So with Pippen sitting on the bench, this is Phil Jackson's lineup. Hodges is out there with John Paxson. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Neely. And it's Purdue in at the center. And Coach Phil Jackson in his first full year with the Bulls.
And you know, Kevin, Jackson has changed the offensive approach for this team. He was an assistant before with the Bulls, so he understands their personnel. Seems like a really good fit so far into his tenure.
Yeah, he was an assistant under Doug Collins.
Yep.
Mike Fratello, what a gigantic night for Michael Jordan against these Detroit Pistons.
First game of the series at home, you knew this would be Michael's time to shine. What a memorable performance from an elite player.
Against these bad boys from Detroit. No good from Jordan. So it's the Pistons now. Johnson outside. And the Bulls making a change here. Armstrong's checked in.
Second team foul. Now into the lineup.
A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. Hodges against Johnson. And the layup falls.
Vinny Johnson.
Johnson's got 4 this quarter.
Great work on the interior, pounding the ball in close and going up with confidence.
Here's Jordan. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And as Rodman picks one up.
The blend of athleticism and scoring prowess Jordan possesses is insane. He's capable of destroying teams all by himself.
Detroit making a switch here. Bedford's in. 4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Henderson against Jordan. And that one's good by Henderson. Henderson's got his first bucket of the night.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Jordan sinks that one from the post.
Using his tremendous strength and body control, Jordan shrugs off the contact and gets the shot to fall.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Pistons. Pass to Bedford. Henderson kicks to Johnson. Puts it up from 12. The offensive rebound. Sally. Odman passes to Johnson. Pass to Sally. A second chance effort. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson.
Sally.
Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. And the Bulls ahead in this one, Clark. They've minimized mistakes, and they have the lead to show for it.
Exactly, and you know, sometimes it's really simple. Take care of the ball, get good shots, and usually good things happen.
Henderson passes to Rodman. And there's the call on Michael Jordan. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
The next foul will put them in the penalty.
You have to be careful now. You don't want to give away 3 points at the line.
Greenwood's checked in for Sally. Here's Bedford. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Impressive concentration, getting the bump and the hoop.
And that's got to fire him up, showing the defense that they aren't going to slow him down.
Passes it to Armstrong. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Showing some poise on the challenging finish. Armstrong is just a fighter.
Johnson outside. There's the pass to Rodman. Here's Greenwood. Up top, Henderson. Just 5 on the clock. Greenwood can't get it to go. Like they've captured an impressive lead.
Oh, yeah, they're in the driver's seat right now, Kevin.
Both hands on the wheel. Purdue, and it's good, 2 points. Purdue's got his first 2 points.
That is why Purdue is out there. Give this squad some energy.
Pass to Henderson. Back to Johnson from about 16. And it's King with the rebound. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Here's Hodges. Greenwood grabs the board.
Not exactly the highest percentage look right there.
Yeah, coaching staff perhaps looking for something better than that.
Jordan outside. And then slammed in by Jordan.
Jordan is something to watch slamming home the ball, man. This guy is really strong and does it with force.
Pass to Henderson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Bounce pass from Rodman. Armstrong against Henderson. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
Reads the play well there and gets himself in the air at just the right time. Terrific denial.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Only 5'11" in high school. Robin didn't even make the varsity basketball team. Quite the story for the now 6'7" defense and rebounding specialist.
Neely's checked in for the Bulls. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Hastings, he's checked in for Johnson. Here's Henderson. Here's Rodman. That shot misses. Now Chicago takes it the other way. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Jordan. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 56 points for Michael Jordan.
What concentration from Jordan. Not allowing the defense to affect this shot even with contact.
Back to Henderson. Greenwood the pass to Rodman. Takes it from 10, and that one good.
What a move that time. Crossed up the whole building on that play.
52 seconds left in the game. And it's Armstrong missing. Now Henderson. Here's Bedford. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
They're really making a go of it, but perhaps too little, too late.
But you respect them for playing out the string.
Hodges, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, and Jordan sees the floor so nicely. I mean, one of his guys has a clean look. He gets the ball to him in whip-like fashion.
Passes it to Rodman. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Way to work the glass. Buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
A nice shot by Jordan. Jordan's got 58.
They've turned it up a notch here during this home stretch.
Yeah, saving their best basketball for when it mattered the most. That's how you secure a win.
And here's Henderson. Like in a game they needed to win so badly. Michael Jordan and the Bulls get the win. What a tremendous effort from Chicago.
The series now moves to 2-1, and the Bulls are very much in it. This team showed a lot of mettle fighting for the looks they got and converted when they needed to.
And for the Pistons, Clark, they'll be feeling the pressure in Game 4 for sure.
As they should. They don't want to let this series get tied up. Nobody wants to deal with the 3-game series against Michael Jordan. I'd expect them to bring it for Game 4.
I would too.
Michael Jordan was royalty. He was Elvis Presley. He was the Beatles. It was Michael Jordan versus the NBA. He was that good, and he had a charisma that was unique to him, but also that killer instinct of wanting to win. When Michael Jordan came into town, the Great Western Forum became the place to be. You couldn't live your life if you didn't get a chance to see Michael Jordan perform in person. When the Lakers and the Bulls faced each other in that 1991 finals, it was that moment where you could really say sports and entertainment were coming together. When the Bulls won that series, you know, right there you saw
the backdrop of the NBA Finals after yet another beautiful day here in Southern California. One of the storylines today, two of the Lakers starters, James Worthy and Byron Scott, injured and unable to play. And we're coming to you live from Inglewood, California. This is Game 5 of the 1991 NBA Finals. The Chicago Bulls lead the LA Lakers 3-1. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan, joined by Coach Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and we'll hear from our reporter David Aldridge in a few moments. Mike, the key to the Bulls' Game 4 win, which we saw a couple days ago, was defense.
The key being that they held the Lakers to 37% shooting, Kev. Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen both guarding Magic Johnson, picking him up full court, making things difficult for the Magic Man.
It was a clinic. And in Game 4, on the offensive end, Clark, another stellar performance from Michael Jordan.
Hey, look, Kevin, we've come to expect 28 points or more from Jordan on a regular basis, but the 13 assists show how much Jordan's game has grown. Not trying to do it all himself, trusting his teammates. Now just one win away from an elusive first NBA championship for Michael.
Boy, that's a great point about Jordan's playmaking. Well said. And now we'll look at the Chicago Bulls. The MVP, Michael Jordan, is in the backcourt, joined by sharpshooting John Paxson. Chicago's defensive stopper, Scottie Pippen, is in the small forward. Horace Grant is at the 4. And the experienced veteran, Bill Cartwright, is at the center. And for the Lakers, Magic Johnson runs showtime. Terry Teagle and A.C. Green are in the lineup, both injury replacements. Sam Perkins at the 4 can really shoot it. And Vlade Divac, the young, skilled 5.
The Lakers missing 2 starters, Byron Scott and James Worthy. They'll really rely heavily on 2 rookies, Tony Smith and Eldon Campbell.
Jordan finds Pippen. Off target from outside. Paxson against Green. Can't cash in from close range. And Clark for L.A., A.C. Green is going to have to be a very big part of their attack tonight.
Kevin averaging just 4 points a game in these finals. AC was huge when the Lakers beat Portland in the Western Conference Finals. Brought a ton of energy. I think the Lakers need that version of him tonight.
Oh, I would agree. Passes to Green. Here's Perkins. Divac trying to free himself up. No good from Perkins. Well, so far, Clark, the leader in assists in the finals, not Magic Johnson. It's Michael Jordan facilitating.
How about that, partner? I mean, he's been incredible, averaging about 12 assists per game.
Wow.
He's also been the leading scorer in each game as well. That's otherworld-like production.
It is. And he can't get the first one. That one is no good.
For him, that's an ugly trip to the line. Rarely do you see that.
And it's Teagle missing. Pass to Jordan. Back to Paxson. Bulls moving the ball around. No good from Grant.
And usually, you can count on him to convert there. The D did just enough to throw him off.
Mike, remember in Game 4, the last time out, the Lakers shot just 37% from the floor.
Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan were monsters on the defensive end. Magic and the Lakers will need to execute better to have a shot tonight.
37% just is not going to get it done. And the Lakers have had some tough luck with injuries so far, especially in Game 4. For more, let's go to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Lakers will be without their all-star forward James Worthy and their starting shooting guard Byron Scott. Worthy, of course, suffered a badly sprained ankle in the Western Conference Finals and re-aggravated it in Game 4 of this series. And Scott went down with a shoulder injury in the same game. It's going to take a group effort to make up for those absences. Guys?
Well put, D.A. Both Worthy and Scott are crucial, Mike, to this Lakers offense.
And not only their offense, those two guys have alternated guarding Jordan throughout the series. Without them, the Lakers have limited options defensively.
Game 1 of the finals, a Bulls loss, 18 combined points for Paxson, Bill Cartwright, Horace Grant. Games 2 through 4, Mike, those three averaging 42 points a game.
That trio, the other Bulls starters, their success is essential for Chicago. The Bulls need scoring outside of Pippen and Jordan.
Clearly proven. Chicago trailing. Back to Paxson. Shoots over Johnson. Here's Jordan. In this closeout game, Michael Jordan is off to a quick start.
I've got Michael Jordan on the injury watch list tonight. He's got a jammed toe. It's badly bruised, and you know how painful those can be, Coach. Extremely difficult to play through that kind of an injury.
After playing through that toe injury in Game 4, Michael told us it didn't bother him then, and it won't bother him now. I think Jordan will be A-OK tonight.
Great positioning on the putback. Divac has got 6.
Great work on the offensive glass that time from Divac, using his size and timing, so important in rebounding, to his advantage.
Here's Teagle. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Wow, throwing it down with some real force.
Yeah, big two-handed flush.
2 is better than 1.
The defense knew better than to mess with him on that one.
A beautiful pass that time from MJ.
We've got 1:28 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Green. And here is Johnson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the foul called on Michael Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. Eldon Campbell. He's checked in for Los Angeles. Smith comes in for Teagle. The Bulls making a change here as well. Bill Purdue's checked in for Bill Cartwright. Johnson finds Green. Shot clock at 6. And Grant sends it back.
One of the better defenders in this game. Grant teeing off on that one.
What a season for Chicago. Becoming just the 9th NBA team to win 60-plus games.
Absolutely remarkable, Mike, when you look at it. 61 wins, a franchise record. This is the Bulls' first trip to the NBA Finals, and they're looking to finish this series off tonight.
Now the pass to Divac. High post Johnson. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back eye.
The fact that Chicago has had Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen take turns defending Magic Johnson has really served the Bulls well. They've been able to pick up the Magic Man full court and has caused him to expend a lot of energy trying to get the Lakers into their offense.
And Chicago's looking to tire out Magic. Make him work bringing the ball up the court. Pippen and Jordan have done an outstanding job in executing that game plan.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Passes it to Campbell. Back to Johnson. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Ball violation.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
Hey, we know every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
So it's the Lakers now. Right side, Pippen.
That was an easy call on that shot.
Refs will call that one 10 out of 10 times.
The Bulls have missed both of their free throws tonight. 0 for 2 so far.
Shooting for Chicago, Scottie Pippen.
And both free throws good for Pippen.
And he's been locked in from the line, proving he's someone that you don't want to foul.
Michael Jordan getting it done for the Bulls. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back to the action in just a minute. Second quarter here in the 1991 NBA Finals, Game 5 with Mike Clark, DA. This is Kevin Harlan. Michael Jordan and the Bulls trying to close it out tonight. Here's Jordan.
The leading scorer in each of the first 4 games of this series? Yeah, you guessed it, Michael Jordan. In the regular season, MJ led the NBA in scoring for the 5th straight year. Jordan cannot be stopped in this series.
Smith is out there with Johnson. Then there's Campbell. Then there's Divac. And it's Green in at the 3 spot. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Pass to Divac. Clock at 6. So in Game 4 of Finals worst, 37% shooting from the Lakers. And more of the same tonight.
The defensive duo of Jordan and Pippen. Their athleticism is causing major issues for the Lakers.
Jordan passes to Purdue. Some nice ball movement here by the Bulls. A putback. Chicago is so focused out of the gates, trying to make it 4 in a row.
That is why Purdue is out there. Give this squad some energy.
Here's Johnson. Oh, and they need a basket in the worst way.
I think they're forcing things right now, and it's why their offense looks so pedestrian.
Fades and shoots. Good on the bucket. Johnson's got his second bucket. And for Jordan Clark, it's not just scoring in these finals.
It sure isn't, Kevin. He's averaging almost 12 assists per game. In addition to his usual spectacular defense, and with a closeout game on the line, I expect a monster performance from Michael Jordan. And if the Bulls win, he will clearly be your Finals MVP.
Johnson, the pass to Smith. Green breaking loose, and they get it back. Johnson kicks to Smith. Pass to Campbell. Second shot opportunity, and he makes good on the layup. Campbell's got his first points in this one. Mike, Chicago leading this series 3-1, a win away from an NBA title.
Michael Jordan so close to that elusive first ring. Winning it all would take MJ's career to another level.
Absolutely.
Lighting it up, Michael on one tonight.
Johnson, the pass to Green. Back to Johnson. And the pass to Campbell. Lets it go from 14. And there's the call on Michael Jordan. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Maybe a little less aggressive next time. Not a smart foul there.
Just got too ahead of himself. Some rebounds you just have to give away to avoid the foul.
And the Lakers making a change here. Perkins is checked in. Then for the Bulls. Cartwright's checked in for Purdue. Williams comes in for Horace Grant. And it's Paxson in for Armstrong.
The next foul will put them in the penalty.
You have to be careful now. You don't want to give away 3 points at the line.
Green passes to Campbell. He dishes it to Johnson. Here's the 3.
Chicago's first trip to the finals, a franchise record 61 wins, and they have stormed through the playoffs, going 14-2 thus far. I don't think there's any question about it. This is certainly the best Bulls team ever.
The shot's good from Smith.
I tell you what, the peripheral vision, the court awareness of Johnson, this guy always knows when one of his teammates is open.
Here's Paxson. It doesn't go for him. Johnson with the defensive effort. And Mike, it looks like year 25 for the Bulls might just be their finest.
And you look at the ages of guys like Jordan, Pippen, Grant. This is a Bulls team poised for sustained excellence. Step one, closing out the Lakers.
And as you know, closeout games are always the most difficult. No good with the elbow jumper.
Well, we've seen him make this shot often with no defensive coverage. He's got to be kicking himself he didn't make that one.
The Lakers pour from the field. And Clark, that has to change as this game goes on.
Well, to me, it appears the Lakers have no answer, Kevin, for the defensive duo and prowess of Pippen and Jordan. These two Bulls are creating havoc.
Let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, the marquee matchup of Magic versus Michael has not disappointed. But what's surprising is that Jordan is actually averaging more assists than the assist king. Coming into this game, Jordan is averaging 11.8 assists per game compared to Magic's 10.5. Kevin, back to you.
DA, astounding numbers. Thanks for that report. And both stars, Clark, have played nearly every minute of this series. I mean, they've gone nonstop.
Well, that's not surprising, Kevin. This is it. There's no time to rest. I mean, both guys know exactly how important each game is in this series, and that's why they're averaging the minutes they are, about 44 per game.
You know, carrying that kind of load on both of their shoulders, you would think, my gosh, will they be brought down by the weight of that? Not these guys. They thrive in these situations, don't they?
They really relish opportunities like this to compete at the highest level and see who can come out on top.
Growing up here in Inglewood, Eldon Campbell has to be on cloud 9 playing in the finals. The rookie was the Lakers' first-round pick this season.
And it's slammed in by Perkins.
Well, when Perkins has the ball in that situation, Sam knows how to finish.
Here's Teagle, guarded by Jordan, and it's Teagle missing.
Outstanding anticipation defensively, turning an easy shot into a very hard one.
Yeah, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Here's Paxson. Williams trying to break free, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Magic Johnson picks one up.
A solid role player for this team. Paxson's job is to take high percentage shots and move the rock.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Divac checked in. Livingston's checked in for Chicago. Lakers trail by 8. Offensively, Clark, things have sort of fallen apart for them.
And they need to recover as soon as possible.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Johnson against Jordan. Johnson left side. Divac's trying to free himself up. Magic is struggling. The Lakers need him to play better if they want to get this series back to Chicago. And so is Chicago in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly. It is a spectacular early evening here in Southern California. This is Game 5 of the 1991 NBA Finals. Second half here from Inglewood. The Lakers looking to extend the series. Chicago wants it to end. The Bulls leading by 8.
Winning an NBA title is the final hurdle for Michael Jordan. He's won MVPs, scoring titles, even a Defensive Player of the Year award. But it's a team game, and winning this series is the last thing for Michael to accomplish.
So starting the second half, here's who Phil Jackson has on the floor. Pippen is out there with Grant. Then there's Paxson. Then it's Jordan, and it's Cartwright in at the 5, down low. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got 5 assists tonight and an NBA title, the only thing missing for the great Michael Jordan, Clark.
And Kevin, he's made some sacrifices, no doubt about it. As a young pro, I think sometimes Jordan tried to do it all himself. But MJ's game has continued to evolve, especially his passing. He's developed so much. Getting a ring is the final spoke in the wheel.
Teagle the pass to Johnson. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. The Lakers are struggling with their shots tonight, Clark. They just can't get into a groove.
Well, I think you've got to look at the opponent and give them some credit. You know, the duo of Pippen and Jordan, as good defensively as any in the NBA right now, and maybe in the history of the league when you think about it.
They've been terrific. And then Johnson with the dunk.
A little extra magic for the fans on this play, rising up for the slam. Well done.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Cartwright. Grant trying to break free. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. Smith checked in for Teagle. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Free throw no good for Cartwright.
Well, Bill Cartwright, to me, has all the tools he needs to be a real force at his position. A big frame, long arms, good intelligence and toughness. He can do a lot for you down low.
This Bulls offense is running through Michael Jordan, Mike Fratello, piling up assists once again.
Phil Jackson wants Michael making the decisions. The league MVP is so smart. Jordan is dictating this game.
Every facet of this game, you're right.
Well, pretty much the perfect point guard, if there is such a thing. Magic has incredible passing skills, great size, unbelievable vision, plus leadership qualities that make him CEO-like.
Fast approach. We have seen it over and over again in this series. Michael Jordan sharing the ball and involving his teammates on every play. Johnson the pass to Green. Johnson against Jordan. Green deciding where to go with it. Pass to Smith. And again, no good by the Lakers. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game.
For 3 straight seasons in the playoffs, the Bulls were eliminated by the Pistons. But Chicago swept the bad boys to get here to this finals, slaying their dragon in the process.
Smith outside. Kicks to D-Box. No one near him. No good that time. So the Bulls will take it the other way. And the Bulls eliminating the Pistons, Mike, the defending NBA champions, in the Eastern Conference Finals.
That Pistons series was a mental hurdle for the Bulls. Players telling me in previous years, the Pistons' mind games would get to Chicago. Not the case this time around. The Bulls maturing as a team.
Mentally strong for sure.
Smart play to save the easy shot. They'll make them earn it at the line.
I like the strategy. Make them shoot for it.
The Lakers have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
Much appreciation for the energy that Tony Smith brings to the floor. I mean, a guy who certainly has a positive attitude and can fire up the rest of his team because of it.
Campbell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Chicago also making some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Cartwright. Livingston comes in for Horace Grant. And Hodges subbed in for John Paxson.
While Michael Jordan gets the headlines, and deservedly so, Scottie Pippen is the glue of this team. Excellent defensively, a great passer. Pippen does it all.
2 minutes.
Right side, Williams. Outside, Jordan. The shot comes out. Nice D from D-Box. And Clark, when you think of Scottie Pippen, do you think he was an all-star this year?
Absolutely, Kevin. No question about it. I mean, he's the second best player on a 61-win team. I'm wondering how he didn't make it. I think we've seen Pippen make a statement during these playoffs. He's stuffing the stat sheet, averaging 21, 9 boards, and 6 assists. That's enough to stamp him as an elite player.
Well, you make a great point. Here's Jordan. He's got 18. Williams. Great D that time from Divac. Remember, Chicago and L.A., two very different, distinct franchises, Mike.
This is the Lakers' 9th trip to the finals since 1980. They're used to being here. For Chicago, this is their first ever trip to the finals. Can't forget the box out Johnson. Got to make sure to box him out or he'll burn you.
A nice shot by Jordan.
Keep doing work inside. Close range looks like that will keep your lead safe. Stay on the attack.
I agree. The defense has to shut the door on those kinds of shots if they want to turn this around.
Chicago leading by 11. Hodges, that's good.
Great find by Williams that time. Always nice to get some playmaking out of your front court.
Smith against Hodges. Here's Divac. Another shot. He lays it in. Divac has got 4 points in the quarter.
Pure effort there. He just wanted it more.
Pass to Livingston. Shoots over Campbell. Kicks it out to Jordan. And the Bulls get it back. Tries yet again. Pippen the pass to Livingston. Here's Hodges. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency. And the fourth quarter from Inglewood. NBA Finals Game 5. Kevin Harlan joined by Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge. Could this be the final period of hoops played this season?
Over the last 11 seasons, 5 titles for the Lakers, 9 trips to the NBA Finals. However, it feels like their time just might be up. LA has a roster that is getting older.
We've got Perkins. Teagle is out there with Johnson. And it's Green, and it's Divac in at the 5. That's the Laker 5. Here's Pippen. And that one goes long. Lakers trail by 11. Clark, the state of this Lakers franchise. Will they be dominant, you think, this decade?
Kevin, it's going to be hard to sustain this level of excellence. I mean, Magic and Worthy getting older. This series, to me, feels like a changing of the guard in the midst.
Nice pass, creating the opportunity. Great teamwork on that one.
Here's Cartwright. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Well, the Bulls defense, Clark, has come to play again. Pippen and Jordan are relentless.
They sure are. Seems like they never get tired, Kevin. I mean, they work so hard on that end of the floor. They've stifled this talented Lakers attack. Boy, I tell you, when he gets rolling, Vlade Divac can put up some big numbers now. There's not much you can do to stop the big man when he gets it going.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
It appears that he's in a lot of pain, and they call the timeout, and the trainer's going to have a chance to take a look at it.
The Bulls leading by 7. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Boy, outstanding ball movement from Paxson there, showing a willingness to involve his teammates.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Well, Mike, all series long, we've been monitoring the battle of MVP. Magic Johnson against Michael Jordan. And as we can see, Jordan with the advantage tonight.
And Kev, it's been that way the entire finals. The Bulls have a 3-1 advantage. A huge reason is Michael has outperformed Magic.
And Jordan throws it down.
And the speed and quickness of the Bulls is a clear advantage. As this series has developed, we've seen Chicago have success pushing the tempo. For Bulls coach Phil Jackson, the last time he won a title as a player, 1973, was also a Game 5 in this building as a member of the Knicks.
Grant against Perkins. Here's Jordan. Good, and Grant gets the assist. 26 points from Michael Jordan.
Tremendous strength there from Jordan. Knows he's going to get hacked inside, finishes through it.
And for Coach Phil Jackson, winning tonight would be full circle.
18 years ago, won a title on this floor. Remember, for years, Jackson was coaching internationally, toiling the minor league. Jackson earned his spot on an NBA bench and has proved Bulls management correct.
He's done a wonderful job.
Oh, you're so right.
Mike, what about these passing numbers of Michael Jordan? I mean, absolutely fantastic.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, Kev. Michael is controlling the ball, controlling the game. Jordan's willingness to give up the rock. It is the big reason the Bulls are close to the title.
And the basket by Teagle.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Jordan kicks to Grant. Banked in off the glass.
Jordan has destroyed the Lakers passing the rock in the finals. MJ showing he's become more than just a scorer.
They want to break this scoring drought, Mike.
Well, they've had a lid over the basket for a while now.
Indeed. High post, Johnson. Jordan on him. Johnson, the pass to Teagle. No good on the triple. Chicago with the ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. Here's Jordan. The shot misses. Great D that time from D-Box. Green kicks to Johnson. The pass to Teagle. Lakers passing it around. Here's Perkins. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Well, Perkins runs into some high-effort defense and smartly manages to turn it into a foul call.
Smith checked in for the Lakers. And so Perkins nails both of them.
This is what makes him tough. A big guy who can knock him down from the stripe.
2 minutes remain in this ball game.
Jordan dishes to Pippen. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Free throw line jump shot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Horace Grant.
Johnson is excellent at keeping defenses off balance, which is why they resort to fouling him.
Lakers, Magic Johnson.
And both free throws good for Johnson. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Here's Jordan. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
We all know about Michael's offensive prowess, okay? But he's incredible defensively as well. He works hard at that end, and that's rare for a star.
Lakers trail by 13. Outside, Green. And Pippen pulls it down. Pippen's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Stolen by Magic. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And it's Green with the jam.
The steal from Johnson starting to break.
The Bulls leading by 11. Pippen kicks to Jordan. Missed inside. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And so here is Chicago. Passes it to Cook. Down low. Tries again. And it's Johnson with the rebound. Here's Green. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Horace Grant.
Don't be fooled by his slender frame. Green does not mind some physicality, and he's adept at drawing contact.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Thompson, he's checked in for Divac. Thomas comes in for Sam Perkins. And Drew's subbed in for Johnson. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new crew here. King's checked in for Cartwright. Livingston comes in for Grant. B.J. Armstrong's checked in for Pippen. And Hodges subbed in for John Paxson. Here's Smith. And the Lakers with another miss. One more shot might be all it takes here.
Exactly. That might be the final nail, so to speak.
Oh, Jordan is so close to that first title. Looking to close the door. And here's Los Angeles. It's a 14-point game. In transition, here come the Bulls. And that one drops. That's now 32 points for Jordan.
In his first finals closeout game, Michael Jordan is looking to shut the door on the Lakers season.
That's the end of the game.
Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls have done it. For the first time, Mike Fratello, the Bulls are world champions.
We'll see you.
Michael Jordan has answered the doubters. He can lead a team to a title. This has to be extra sweet for Michael.
And for the Bulls, Clark Kellogg, this is a long time coming.
Tremendous job by this entire organization.
When Michael Jordan played in Chicago, the crowd just went crazy to another decibel level. And I'd get the chills every time. He played with such a fury. He was electric on the court. Before the Shrug game, the game against Portland in the NBA Finals, the public relations people couldn't find Michael. The reason was he was on the court taking three-point shots, and he was not noted as a three-point shooter. We asked him about it. He said, well, you know, you never know when a three-point shot might come in handy. Obviously, he had figured something out, that he was going to surprise them, but you have to hit the shots. This incredible onslaught of threes takes place in
Playing in the NBA Finals, motivation is a given. But if bulletin board material carries weight, the Blazers have plenty. The defending champion Bulls have added their voices to a chorus casting Portland as a paper tiger with talent to burn but unable to stick to a winning script. Now, can the Blazers shred that narrative and write their own championship chapter?
A look at the beautiful fountain of the Great Lakes in Grant Park as the Bulls look to pour it on against the Blazers.
A 6'2" guard from Notre Dame.
The stage is set here in Chicago. Welcome, everyone, to Game 1 of the NBA Finals. The Portland Trail Blazers and the defending champion Chicago Bulls. Along with Coach Mike Fratello, former player Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And Mike, a Blazers team that some have questioned. What is their mentality?
Well, they've made it clear. They're out to prove a point that they're ready for this moment and that they can deliver in the clutch.
And the two leading stars for these teams. Clark, it's Clyde Drexler and Michael Jordan. Their games invite comparison, I think.
They sure do, Kevin. A lot of similarities when you look at them, from their age to the versatility and athleticism of their games. Air Jordan and Clyde the Glide, both Cleared for takeoff.
On the floor for Portland, it'll be Terry Porter and Clyde Drexler in the backcourt. Up front, Jerome Kersey is at small forward. Buck Williams at the 4. Handling the low post is Kevin Duckworth. For the Bulls, Bill Cartwright is at the center. Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant man the front court. John Paxson is at the point. And, of course, at off guard, it'll be Michael Jordan.
And the Blazers certainly motivated to answer their detractors. That's a question they know can't be answered with words, but rather with their performance on the floor.
Look, getting the first points on the board is a nice way to start, and they're hoping they can hold on to the lead for the rest of the ball game.
A lot of basketball to be played, but it's always nice to start out on top.
Here is Duckworth. Pass to Williams. Some solid defense from Grant. And Clark, the Blazers like to play a much faster pace than the Bulls.
Certainly, Kevin, they will be looking to push the tempo. You can count on that. And that could help them with their execution, in my mind. Much simpler pushing the ball with a numbers advantage than going against the set half-court defense.
Great scouting report. And here's Kersey following the three-pointer by Michael Jordan. Kersey misses. And Mike, after his poor shooting night last time out, everyone wondering how Michael Jordan will respond tonight.
Okay, we'll see very shortly. Sometimes that only helps to fire him up. Opponents are scared of Jordan coming off a bad game. He goes out there trying to prove himself all over again.
And usually is successful. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball, following the three-pointer by Michael Jordan. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. There's the 3, tying an NBA Finals record in a half. Michael Jordan with his third 3, providing an early lift for the Chicago Bulls. And the first time out of the game called here for the Trailblazers.
Shooting too many blanks in this one to stay close.
Maybe try something different. Couldn't hurt at this point.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Kersey. And nothing is falling for him right now.
And guys, there was talk coming into this series that it could be the Blazers' last shot at a title with this roster.
You know, Mike, they're an aging team, so that's a valid question or concern. I mean, you look at Drexler, Williams, Porter, Kersey, all right around 30. When those are your core guys, the window does start to close in a little bit.
And David Aldridge, a war of words preceding this series. And for more, let's send it over to you.
Thanks very much. Now, the Bulls have been playing some mind games in the run-up to the finals. Coach Phil Jackson was blunt in saying that the Blazers play in spurts and are prone to self-destructing. When I spoke to Portland coach Rick Adelman, he refuted that, as you'd expect. He pointed to their stellar record the past few years as proof. Guys,
he's got a point, David. Thank you. And Michael Jordan backed up Jackson's comments, Mike.
When you've got an opposing coach and star player taking shots at you like that, it could either motivate or rattle a team. We'll find out how mentally tough the Blazers are.
They'll put up a battle for sure. And one thing the Bulls have been relying on is Jordan's scoring, Clark, in the post.
That's been a bit of a surprise tactic for them in the playoffs, and it's paid dividends. More and more, they're setting up Jordan on the block. We'll see if they stick it.
A 4 3-pointer falls for Jordan. The NBA Finals record is 6. He's knocking on the door and getting oh so close. Here's Porter. Kept alive. Bryant. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Great energy from Duckworth, staying active and alert on the offensive boards.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Jordan against Drexler. That triple gives Jordan 5. Michael Jordan is just 1 3-pointer away from an NBA Finals record. Like, one thing with this matchup, Terry Porter has really struggled against the Bulls in the past.
Definitely not a good sign for the Blazers. Porter is one of their most important players. They need him to come up big in this series.
Off target from the wing.
And in my mind, the most fascinating individual matchup in this series is Drexler going up against Michael Jordan. Jordan's going to have his work cut out.
Tying the NBA Finals record. Michael Jordan with an exceptional display of shooting. That was his 6th three-pointer in this game. Now a timeout called by Portland. Michael Jordan really making a difference here.
And they took that just to stop the bleeding. Giving up way too many threes, and they'll try to make an adjustment.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Trailblazers trail by 17. Outside Robinson. Here's Ainge. The rebound by Pippen.
Really good position defensively and a really good shot contest, too.
Couldn't have played it any better.
Jordan's shot is off. 55 seconds left in the first. And the call will be against Scottie Pippen. That's his first foul. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Such great timing, defensive awareness, too. When you have to face a defender that can reject you like this, it certainly can change your approach.
Here's Bryant.
And in the run-up to this series, Phil Jackson really tried to establish a mental edge. His comments about the Blazers were pretty scathing.
I don't think there's a coach that's been any better at jabbing the other team. We know how Phil Jackson operates. The Blazers, though, are a tested and veteran team. Phil's remarks possibly could backfire, being just what the Blazers need to get out to a fast start.
Bucket is good.
The Bulls continue to share the ball. They're unselfish, active, and finding points easily at the moment.
Trailblazers trail by 17. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Pat. He's covered by Armstrong. Back passes to Abdelnaby. And the rejection by Pippen.
Pippen putting in the work to get there for the denial. That was really a nice hustle play.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we've got more M2K. We welcome you back for the second quarter of Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Tremendous action so far between the Bulls and the Trailblazers.
And with Jordan leading the way, the Bulls won their first title last year. I'm not sure they'll have to wait long for another one.
So with Drexler sitting on the bench, this is Rick Adelman's lineup. Pack is out there with Ainge. Then it's Williams. Then there's Jerome Kersey. And it's Bryant in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Jordan. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. 22 points for Jordan. And when we talk about Jordan, we're talking about a man, Clark, in the prime of his career. At the very top of his game.
Yeah, one of the best we've ever seen, Kevin. I wouldn't doubt the Larry O'Brien trophy lives in the Bulls trophy case for a few more years. I mean, the Blazers might not want to hear that, but it could very well happen.
A shot by Jordan, no good. Mike, I'd say any questions about Jordan's bad wrist have now been answered.
It's not affecting him at all, and he's taking advantage of some really soft Portland D. By the look of it, MJ's going to make this a long night for the Blazers.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Danny Ainge.
Defense tries a little too hard to stop Jordan, and he smartly draws the foul.
So for the Trailblazers, Duckworth is checked in for Bryant. Drexler comes in for Ainge, and it's Porter in for Pat. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Drexler outside. A three-pointer, no good.
This shot against poor defense. Ugly sequence on both sides of the ball.
From deep, Jordan. And the Bulls with another miss. And the Bulls not going to Jordan in the post as much as we've seen Clark throughout these playoffs.
And Kevin, that might be by design. I mean, the Bulls have sent MJ into the post so many times. This might be a little wrinkle that Phil Jackson has in store for the Blazers.
Yeah, that's a good point. That wouldn't surprise me. And it's Drexler with the ball for the Trailblazers. 17-point game. Here is Kersey. Makes it off the glass. Kersey's got his first basket.
The raw athleticism of Kersey makes him tough to contain, especially close to the hoop.
Williams can't get it to go.
He'll normally convert on that finish. The defense got lucky.
And right away, we can see the one-on-one battle, Mike, between Jordan and Drexler is going to take center stage.
And not in the way Clyde wanted. Jordan's been toying with him. If this is how their matchup is going to go, the Blazers are in trouble.
Jordan is now closing in on the most points in an NBA Finals half. Can he get to 33?
Hey, this is a pretty funny story. You think about it. After Chicago drafted Jordan in 1984, he flew into town, but they didn't have anybody at the airport to pick him up. A chauffeur at the airport recognized him and offered him a ride. I bet the Bulls figured out how to take better care of Jordan after that.
So for the Bulls, Cartwright's checked in for Williams. King comes in for Livingston. And it's Paxson in for Armstrong. The pass to Kersey. 6 to shoot. Chicago grabs the miss. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. It's hard to believe the Bulls wouldn't be prepared to greet the number 3 overall pick, Mike. I've never heard of that before.
Well, it worked out well for the chauffeur, though. Jordan appreciated it so much that he hired him as his personal assistant. And he still got the job.
A good deed rewarded.
Couldn't that be you and I, Kev? We could be driving him around.
And while we have a chance, let's send it over to David Aldridge, courtside.
Thanks, guys. In this series, of course, everyone's looked forward to that head-to-head matchup between Michael Jordan and Clyde Drexler. Now, Jordan's defense is going to be a key role, maybe more so than it was in their last series. Cleveland's backcourt doesn't have the firepower that Drexler brings. It's Jordan's job to slow him down. We'll see if he's up to it, guys. Back to you.
We will indeed. Okay, Dave, thank you very much. Mike, we all know how much Michael Jordan enjoys a challenge, and he's got a challenge in front of him right now.
And I think he's already enjoying it. For as much attention as his offense gets, he can anchor this team with his defense as well.
Good point. And once again, the Bulls' defense stifling Porter.
Well, with that size and athleticism on the wings, they have the ability to get him out of his comfort zone. He only shot 31% against them in the regular season, and his struggles continue tonight.
Yeah, it's hurt. Porter passes to Abdelnaby, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Easy assist there from Porter. He certainly finds the open man with ease.
Stolen by Robinson. Here's Porter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the Bulls might be a little short on the bench. Greg Hodges has been limited with a bad ankle.
And Clark, as for Hodges, he might not play a lot of minutes now with that injury, but he certainly, when he does, he's a catalyst for them.
Yeah, Kevin, he's really an instant offense guy. I mean, he can come in and knock down big three-pointers if the offense needs it, but unfortunately, the Bulls might not have that usual spark of his off the bench.
Pass to Robinson, and it's blocked. Drexler against Jordan. King left side. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Known as having an unorthodox shot, Cartwright is such a valuable role player. A big man who does what's asked of him.
Horace Grant, he's checked in for Chicago. Portland also making some changes. Ainge comes in for Drexler. And Pack subbed in for Terry Porter. To the inside. Duckworth with the bucket. Duckworth's got his second basket.
Just too much inside. Duckworth, a massive man.
Jordan down low. Robinson on him. There's Michael Jordan, the assist by Grant. Grant's got 3 assists tonight. Passes it to Robinson. And here is Ainge. Pass to Duckworth. Robinson on the wing. Now the pass to Duckworth. Clock at 4. No good on that one. And it's Chicago the other way. Jordan passes to Carter. Here's Grant. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Duckworth's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Robinson. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Robinson's got his first bucket in this one.
Chicago doing a nice job moving the ball, finding good shooting opportunities, and exploiting the weaknesses of the defense with really on-target, on-time passing. Really good work from the mid-range there. When the defense gives Ainge this shot, he'll take it.
Grant kicks to Jordan. Got it off in time, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the Bulls. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll return shortly. Welcome into the third quarter here in Chicago, folks. The Bulls in pursuit of their second consecutive NBA title. A win here in Game 1 would go a long way toward making that happen. Trailblazers trail by 14.
And I don't know how Michael Jordan can follow up that performance in the first half. But we'll find out.
Got John Paxson. Cartwright is out there with Grant. And it's Michael Jordan. And it's Pippen in at the small forward position. And that's the group for Phil Jackson as we begin the second half. Back to Porter. Pass to Duckworth. Williams trying to break free. Plays it up and banks it in. Duckworth's got 6. One of the great halves in NBA history, Clark, shattering some league records in the process.
And you know what, Kevin? Portland's got to be terrified. I mean, we thought his wrist might affect him. Instead, Jordan looks now like he's never been better.
He's incredible. Porter passes to Kersey. Here is Duckworth. A wide open look for Drexler. Sinks the triple. 5 points in the game.
Wasting no time on the catch. I love seeing Drexler go into attack mode right away.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Those kinds of plays are the ones that get you on the lead and help keep you in front.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third.
And the Bulls have talked a lot about the Blazers being soft late in games. It'll be interesting to see how they respond if a game gets tight.
And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. Here's Jordan. That shot off. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And it was surprising, wasn't it, Clark, to see how open Phil Jackson was in criticizing the Trailblazers.
Yeah, it was a little bit, but Phil is not known to bite his tongue. And as a player, that could eat at you a little bit, and perhaps the team as well. Opponents can criticize your system, but start calling guys weak mentally, and that can really strike a nerve.
I agree. Williams, he's checked in for Cartwright. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. The Bulls leading by 11. Michael Jordan on the wing. Drexler defending. Here's Williams, and he gets it to go.
How about this, guys? If the Blazers had taken Jordan in that 84 draft, their backcourt could have been MJ and Clyde the Glide Drexler. How about that for a two-seed?
And it's slammed in by Duckworth.
Nice find that time from the swing man, Kersey. Teammates love that kind of unselfishness.
And 3 from Jordan. Porter gets the rebound. Porter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Mike, the 84 draft is rehashed and looked at from every way, but it is scary to think, isn't it, about that guard combination in Portland had they drafted Michael Jordan.
Well, the West had so many strong centers back then. You can't blame Portland for taking a big. But it would have been a lot of fun, Kev, to see MJ and Drexler team up.
Oh, a couple of future Hall of Famers. Pippen kicks to Jordan. Inside, Williams. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The energy that Williams plays with, I love it. It's what helps him get these calls.
Bulls have shot 67% from the line tonight, going for a 6. That one misses. Trailblazers trail by 9. The 3 from Drexler. The rebound by Jordan. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Pippen misses.
You know, you look at Pippen's performance, and it's pretty obvious to me he's not going full speed, and I just hope he's feeling okay out there.
And the foul called on Michael Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. Porter against Paxson.
The next foul will put them in the penalty.
You have to be careful now. You don't want to give away free points at the line.
3rd team foul.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Drexler passes to Williams. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Williams has got his first basket of the night.
They've worked really hard to pull themselves back into this one, but there's still more work to be done.
Let's hope they didn't use all their energy fighting to claw back into it, because they got to find a way to grab the lead.
Mike, you think the Bulls may be in Porter's head? He's having a hard time getting anything going.
I don't think you can discount it, Kevin. He's a totally different shooter against this team. In all three of their meetings this year, his field goal percentage nowhere near its normal level.
Back to Drexler. And the call will be against Scottie Pippen. And that'll be his third foul so far. Livingston's checked in for Chicago. Armstrong comes in for Paxson. Portland also making some changes. Ryan is checked in for Williams. Robinson comes in for Kersey. And it's Watley in for Porter. Here's Watley. He gets that one.
Use the pick, get space. Easy, smart basketball.
The Bulls leading by 7. Armstrong kicks to Pippen. On the wing, Jordan. Drexler with the block. And the matchup between Jordan and Drexler. Mike is not going how the Blazers wanted it to.
This could be a long series for Drexler. Jordan's not one to let up when he's got a guy on the ropes.
And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson. And the Bulls making a change here. Hanson's checked in. Ainge is checked in for the Trailblazers. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And so we'll take a break from the action and let these players get a well-deserved moment of rest. Also a chance for them to rehydrate with Gatorade.
Staying fresh is the key to being competitive throughout a game. And keeping themselves well hydrated is the surest way to do that.
Hanson the pass to Williams. Bulls moving the ball around. Here's Hanson. To the middle. Williams finds Jordan. Over Robinson. And there's Michael Jordan. The assist by Williams. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Passes it to Duckworth. And it's slammed in by Duckworth.
An emphatic jam by Duckworth. Defense just has to shake their heads. Better luck next time.
Hanson the pass to Armstrong to the left side wing. Jordan with it. Here's Livingston. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Now here is Ainge. He's guarded closer. The high post shot. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And the D got super lucky he didn't drain that one.
Here's Jordan. That misses off the backboard. Got a piece of it. Jordan with the steal. Comes up empty down low. And they recover it. And it's Portland with the rebound. Bryant's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Ainge. Portland again missing. Chicago leading by 7. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Offensive rebound. Jordan. Off with the layup.
And right now, I think he's ready for this quarter to be over.
I don't know if I've ever seen him this cold. Rough quarter indeed.
Bulls foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
First personal foul.
And the first one
Team foul. Shooting for Portland.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 6 seconds left to play here in the third. And here's Jordan outside. The third quarter comes to a close. Bulls lead by 5. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports.
The Trailblazers, 41.
Welcome back as we get set for the fourth quarter action here in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Portland and Chicago both trying to jump out to an early lead in this series. And so Grant will bring it up for Chicago.
And guys, I don't think there's a better crowd in sports than this Bulls crowd. They can make it deafening in here. Offensively, he just seems to be out of gas in this half. I'm not sure what he needs to get his shooting on track.
On the floor for Portland, Drexler is out there with Pat. Then there's Kersey, and there's Buck Williams, and it's Bryant in at the center position. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Pretty good display of strength by Jordan there. Absorbed the contact and still able to nail the shot.
John Paxson, he's checked in for the Bulls. Terry Porter, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And when you've got a crowd this enthusiastic, Clark, and a player as exciting as Michael Jordan, that is a pretty potent combination.
Combustible is a word that comes to mind. Really a match made in heaven. I mean, MJ feeds off of that energy of the crowd. And when he needs a boost, they give it to him.
Oh, wow! And it continues to be a battle for Porter against the Chicago Bulls. Clark, he can't get any traction.
Well, Chicago's defense has been a real Rubik's Cube for him. He just can't seem to solve it. The Blazers are going to have to do a little bit more to try to get him some easier looks.
Driving to the basket, and the dunk by Jordan.
Powering his way to the rack. I love when Jordan shows no mercy on the rim.
Here's Drexler. Mike, they are desperate to find a basket.
They're having a really hard time out there.
You're right. And they get it. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Bryant.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
To the inside. Here's Jordan. The rebound by Bryant. Here's Drexler. And that one drops for him.
Well, Drexler's so smooth, makes it look effortless, but he does have to get tricky inside to beat that contact.
Here's Jordan. And the shot goes in. Jordan's got 45 points.
Hey, it's as plain as pound cake. Keep it simple. They want to see how big this league can get.
No such thing as running up the score at this level. And for all the talk of the Blazers' tendency to self-destruct late in games, this is a team with plenty of playoff experience.
And it's Drexler missing. Bulls leading by 10. Here's Pippen. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Grant's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And you talk about the Blazers' playoff experience, Clark. It's up and down the bench.
You're right, Kevin. It's not just the core guys. I mean, they've got players like Ainge, Cooper, Buck Williams. I mean, these guys are veterans with years of postseason games under their belts.
Now a timeout called by Portland. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game. And
he looks to be in total control right now. The defense keeps failing to slow him down. The more he scores, the more confidence he gains.
Cartwright's checked in for King. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Kevin Duckworth is checked in for Bryant. Pass to Kersey. Duckworth with it. He is guarded by Cartwright. Duckworth's shot is off.
No matter what happens in this game, you know, the Bulls will have a tough task ahead. The Blazers have won 14 straight playoff games at home.
Kersey kicks to Porter. On the wing, Drexler. Jordan with the steal. Here's Paxson. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Bulls lead by 16.
Wow, even against contact, Paxson refusing to be held back.
And Mike, the Blazers' playoff winning streak in Portland dates back to last season.
Yeah, they haven't lost a whole playoff game through the first 3 rounds this season. So the Bulls better take care of business before the series goes back to Portland.
Drexler passes to Porter. From 11 feet away, and he drops that one in. Porter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The fantastic decision-making of Porter, keeping things simple in the screen and roll.
Up top, Paxson. And Duckworth pulls it down.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
It's a hand on it. Great positioning on the putback.
Good reward for Kersey for that effort on the offensive glass. A couple of easy points right there.
Here's Pippen. Cartwright gets the bucket.
Stay aggressive. I don't ever like to see teams pump the brakes when they've got the lead. Stay aggressive, attack, a fantastic way to pad your cushion.
Absolutely. You know a run is coming.
And an easy call for the officials there.
Yeah, don't argue that whistle. Pretty obvious.
And he makes the first.
And for anyone who's wondering why they call him Clyde the Glide, just watch the way he cuts right through the defense and flies up and down the court.
Armstrong's checked in for John Paxson. Both free throws good from Drexel. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pippen kicks to Grant. Jordan deciding where to go with it, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Trailblazers trail by 10. Down low. Drexel, no good. This is why you want the ball movement, coach, and player movement.
And as a result of that, they've made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual player.
Here's Cartwright. Grant trying to break free. Cartwright gets the bucket. And the Bulls lead by 12.
And, you know, they're in great position here. Got to think they've done enough to win it.
Especially this late in the game. Tough to close the gap in time.
And Jordan sends it back. Armstrong against Porter. Armstrong gets the bucket.
And with this last run, they have shut the door on any chance of a comeback.
Shut the door, turned off the lights, and locked it up. Fantastic run for them to end the game.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Chicago making some changes. Will Purdue's checked in for Cartwright. King comes in for Horace Grant. And Hansen subbed in for B.J. Armstrong. A deep three from Jordan. Here's Purdue. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Gotta keep Purdue off the boards. He will burn you when you don't box him out.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Ames the pass to Duckworth. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup.
The lead pass. Executing one takes a high basketball IQ.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jordan.
Now into the lineup for your Bulls, B.J. Armstrong.
15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Why'd they foul there? Let it go.
Time and score. You have to be aware of both.
And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for the Blazers, Robert Pelt. 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Takes it in. Put it down!
Are you kidding me?
Can you guys believe it? Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Clark, that was special.
Not sure the next time we'll see one like that.
And with this victory, the Bulls stand just 3 wins away, Mike Fratello, from their second consecutive title.
And it looks like they are determined to make that happen. Michael Jordan's got one finger on the trophy already.
And you know the Chicago crowd will be ready, Clark, for game 2. This building will be rocking.
No question about it, Kevin. It will be a great atmosphere, but don't count the Blazers out now. There are still 3 games ahead in Portland, and that building has its own...